Has Chris joined?
No, did you send it to him?
Nope. Let me do that.
He ain't there.
I see. Okay. Did that.
Welcome to Fireproof TV. Meet the press. I am filmmaker McCoy.
I'm
And
Chris
this is your
Tyler.
Southern Girl sister, Andrea Tyler. And today we will be interviewing and meeting Chris Tyler. He's a part of our Bad Boxer Premiere Tour 2022 press crew. And Chris, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
All right, I'm Chris Tyler, born and raised in Houston, Texas. I am a photographer, a little bit of an entrepreneur, creative thinker, visionaire, artist, musician. Anything you want me to be, I'm him. I've done acting in my past as far as in college. I did acting in college. It was real fun. I did a lot of theater tech. I've always been around the camera, so this is something that I'm very familiar with, and it's my territory. You know, this is what I do.
Okay, so as I said, like this year, 2022, we are premiering and taking on tour the Bad Boxer movie. Mo, can you tell us a little bit about how the Bad Boxer came to be?
Well, it started when my house burned down in Houston, Texas. I didn't have anything but a computer, and I said I got to remain productive and I got to figure something out. And so I was watching Floyd Mayweather, and I had pitched a couple things to Floyd before, like some music and stuff like that, but never movies. And a key thing he said was, I deal with things inside the ring. So with that being in my head, and I watched Sylvester Stallone's story, he said that he was homeless and he had rented a room, and and he had the window blocked off black, and he just sat down and started writing. He was so broke he had to sell his dog. So I was able to identify with him about that. And so I sat down, I said, man, nobody's ever made a boxing comedy. And then that's when I started writing it. I wrote a script, and then I took 10 people from Houston to my hometown, Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we attempted to film the Bad Boxer, and we got a lot of footage, and the final edit came out looking like a music video. And so I put it on the back burner, and I just said, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on that movie. And I created like 30 other movies. And then I was having a casting event downtown Houston at Duvin Pintor, and it was like 300 people there. And that's where I met you, Andrea Tyler. And so I told her about the Bad Boxer, and fast forward, I told her about it, and she looked at it, and then she added her writing to it, and she was able to make it a boxing drama comedy. She added the drama.
It's breaking up.
So go ahead, Andrea. You can take it from there.
Yep, I don't hear you. Okay, so after I took the script and added a little bit of my jazz and pizzazz to it, we came up with a full feature-length movie, and we began casting out in Vegas. I never say put expectations on anything, but I wasn't expecting as big of a crowd as we received. I mean, over 100 people came to audition and interview. It was
Yeah.
great. Um, I don't want to go into the whole backstory, but fast forward to the premieres of The Bad Boxer. You know, we've had one premiere here in Las Vegas already, and the premiere was sold out. I mean, to the point where we had standing room only left, where people were standing in between the aisles, people were standing at the end of the seated rows, and there were just, you know, it was amazing. We had a great time. People loved the red carpet. So we decided to take the premieres on tour so that we can get as much of a following as we could for this movie before it premieres on Tubi TV. And this is where the press comes in. So the best way for us to touch as many people as we can, the best way that we can reach out to as many people as we can was to bring in other people who were already doing things in media, not to compete with these people, but to partner with these people and, you know, to bring our fan base and join it with your fan base, bring your fan base and join it with ours, our followers, our listeners, our viewers, and the same as yours. So, Chris, we have a very, very, very personal relationship. We're actually family. People
Right.
will notice by our last name.
Yeah.
But tell me how you felt when I presented the option of being a part of the press team to you.
You know, aside from being family and all that, you know, it was truly, I'd say a blessing because I've always wanted. It's what makes me real happy. You know, like taking pictures, capturing moments, um, or just being a part of something that's a little bigger than me. You know, like it's a privilege. You know, because the way y'all are going about the process of adding people to the team, and I think it's a great thing. It's given a lot of people opportunities to expand and meet new people and expand their horizon. You know, just become better. It's all about improving. And that's what I feel like I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna improve. I'm gonna meet new people that I met before, uh, that I may have never met before if I didn't know you or be a part of this group. So it's definitely a privilege.
You know, that's something that I really want to touch on is just that you said give expanding the opportunity to something that you probably wouldn't have had of if you weren't a part of this group. A lot of people that we initially had in the group and that will come and will go will say, what's the point? What's the purpose? You know, I'm doing what I do, you know. And the biggest thing for me, and it's also a frustration, is trying to explain to people without them before they're actually there physically to see and understand what we're doing in the background, you know, behind the scenes. So this is the whole reason why we started the Meet the Press podcast, because we wanted people to know individually who our press members are. Right now and at the present time, there are over 50 members in, well, I'm just going to say around the country, because some are in the states where we will be stopping on tour, but some of them are not. So you are actually able to meet, join, learn, you know, just there's a conglomerate of media entrepreneurs where it's a great thing to learn, meet. You not only get to interview here, but others in the group reach out to you and
Yeah.
try and meet with you, add you to their shows and things like that. We have radio hosts, radio stations, television hosts, television stations, podcast hosts,
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
station owners, you know, media influencers, social media influencers, photographers, videographers, music artists. I mean, it's unlimited what the media group brings.
Mhm.
Mo, there was a point of time when you wanted to add not only the current press, but also those that were wanting to know about the McCoy process and wanted to get into
Right.
film. What made you decide to add those people as well?
Well, because I think that's a good place to start them at, because that's part of the process is a premiere. And then we're adding to the process and making it better and better every day. So I thought that, adding these people would one, get the other people more active, give them more people to network with, and it would just push us, they would get some experience of marketing, of hosting, of promoting, you know what I mean? It's just a perfect chance for them to jump in where they already, want to be.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Andrea.
I'm sorry. Chris, you mentioned that photography is your main form of media at the moment. Tell us some of the types of photography that you do, some of the things that interest you in photography.
I like the sound. It's something about the camera itself. The sound of the shutter speed of the camera when you take in a quick picture, and you capturing like different things that are happening in the moment, and then when you're able to bring that moment onto a computer and edit it and release it out to the world. That's the fun part for me. And then giving it to the customer, whoever I'm doing business with, and making them happy. That's the fun part for me. But I've done more than just photography. I've done some weddings, but I've also done some music videos as well. So I've done some cinematic type music videos, but also the new style music videos that you see today with all the editing and crazy effects going on. So I've done stuff like that. I'm not the main editor. I do have other editors that I work with, but I'm mostly a shooter with the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us, is there a business name, an LLC name?
There was no business name. I was working on it at a time. It was I think it was called Tyler Effects.
Oh, I like that.
Tyler Effects.
Yeah.
That was,
Okay.
and I was working on that, and I was gonna have a business card. I had the logo down. I just never followed through with it. Because I had got my camera stolen out of my car, and it kind of like it broke me down for a while. And eventually, my girlfriend ended up. She was amazing. She ended up giving me a new camera. So I'm just working on getting my lens right now. It's been a lot going on. I got a baby due any day now, so there's been a lot with trying to get my lens together, because my 50 millimeter lens was my go-to lens, and I used it for everything. And it was heartbreaking when I lost it. So, but I'm working towards getting a new one.
Okay, well, we're definitely gonna work together and help you and allow you to pursue your dream of bringing that into flourishment, because I definitely want to see Tyler Effects come to be.
Yeah.
So let us know, and let the listeners and viewers know where they can find you on social media.
They're not gonna see if you go to my profiles on Instagram, you're not gonna see my work, but you can see who I am. I'll have work coming on soon, but you can find me on Instagram at Todd Jones Worldwide, and Chris Tyler on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah. And if someone wanted to hire you, say for a photo shoot or to film their wedding, how would they do that?
If you want to hire me for any events, my email, just hit me on my email, christyler102494@gmail.com. Just hit me at that email, and my phone number, 713-248-8084. That's my contact direct number. I'm available
Mo, do
for
we have any more?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
available for any photo shoots. I can meet you in the studio. We can go to the studio. I know people that have the studios available. If anybody has a studio that wants to work, we can work. That goes for music and photography. And yeah, models DM me. We can do it all. Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to add, Mo?
Yeah, just that we just want to welcome you to the press, and thank you for
Appreciate that,
coming.
Mr. Mo.
And looking forward to working with you June 24th in Houston, Texas. We're gonna turn up the purple carpet. Yep. So
Yes, sir.
yeah,
I hope y'all dressing to impress, because I'm gonna try and be out there stepping.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right, man.
this is the Meet the Press. Our special guest, Chris Tyler, hosted by Andrea Tyler. And we out of here.
In the hot Houston.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
All right.